Hi everyone, welcome to this magnificent podcast series of the Imperative Magazine. You are with me, Tsidi Warapila, and I am joined by the magnificent, the amazing Itesh. Hey Itesh, how are you?
Hey my queen, beautiful.
Are you beautiful?
Yes, I am.
I know you are, inside and outside.
Yeah,
hey,
thank you.
And how have you been? I last saw you. Was it last year?
Yes, it was
when we
last
met
year,
physically. Yeah. And but I know that we've been in each other's dreams for some real reason. That we were just. This is almost like a continuation of the conversations that we've been having in our dreams, right? So how have you been?
I have been, grateful for the gift of life.
Yes.
I'm grateful for the gift of movement and the gift of sound and the gift of relation and being here with you guys now.
Yeah. Wow, the gift of relation.
Yes.
How often do we not think of the gift of relation, right?
Right.
Yeah. Because I know that we can grow on our own. We can grow independently. But I also feel like I am more opened up and growing when I am with when I'm around people, when I'm around certain relations, and certain relations helps me to understand what is it that I like or don't like, what is it that I can, that vibrates with me, and what is it that does not vibrate with me. So yeah, it's one of the things that I need to remember to be grateful for, because I don't.
Yeah, the diversity of different opinions.
How important is that?
I think it helps us to look within and hear different versions of other people's experiences. And their stories, how they're coping, and what's weighing on them, and how they're waking it out. And then it sort of gives you comfort that I think I'm not the only one actually going through the maze.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And the maze we do go through, hey?
Everybody.
So, and I'm always, before we introduce the topic, because believe it or not, we haven't. So I'm always amazed by the people who wants to appear stronger. And I can't remember which author it was. Somebody said, beware of, I think it was Ben Okri, that beware of the ones who appear stronger, because they are the weakest ones in the room. But more often we go, or we want to vibe with the people who appear stronger. And that has also made me to analyze myself, because the moment, every time I want to over exaggerate myself, I know that I'm leaning towards the ego, and the ego says, oh no, show them how big you are so that they can feel small, right? And that's the journey of the maze.
But I think it's because of the conditionings of the world, the things that we hear people say. The world is tough, it needs you to be strong. How we are raised, you need to be tough, you need to be strong in order for you to cultivate your gifts or whatever talents forward. They never actually teach us about being gentle with yourself and flowing with the energy and the spirit.
Wow, gentle with yourself. Listen, I'm going to pick up a lot of legs from this conversation.
Well, same here. I'm going to pick it from you.
But what I want us to go into today, when you and I spoke, and I think spoke for about 2 hours. I told you that I was calling you for something else, but then after the conversation, I felt like my soul or the spirit or the ones who guides me wanted us to talk more about the meaning or the value of pain in our lives, right? And as I was meditating or preparing for this conversation with the Queen herself, I wanted to, see almost, take it into it, instead of it being the meaning, but then the value, the true value of pain in our lives, because there is value, right, in that pain. And I want to bring you in, or take your brain on this as to what is the value of pain in our lives.
Sure. Wow. Well, for me personally, I think life doesn't come easy. So the value of pain is to wakes us up when we are sort of asleep consciously, and when we are comfortable with ourselves, and also when we are in a sense that we allow ourselves to let go of ourselves. So pain is there to remind us of being human, to remind us of being spirit bodies, to remind us of being emotional people, because emotions are there for reasons. But oftentimes we only want to feel the emotions that makes us feel good. And we've been conditioned that when pain comes, that means it's attacking you.
Yeah.
And it's working against you.
Yeah.
Only to find that it's actually narrowing your path to your true purpose. So for me, pain is necessary.
Okay.
And pain is valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happens when we miss it? So at the point where this is me, and I always say there's some points where you navigate in that you can't even see the crossroad, right? There's a metaphor where we'll say, oh no, I'm at a crossroad. Crossroads are better because you can either turn left or right, get lost, come back, make a U-turn. Yeah. Like Kenny and I this morning when we were coming here, we got lost and then we had to make a U-turn.
Yeah.
So crossroads are better. But sometimes you are in this mist or a fog or the cave where you can't even turn left or right. You are just here. And if we don't feel the pain at that moment and run away, what do we miss?
Sure. Like I said, pain is there to remind us of our journeys ahead and the lessons that we need to learn in order to navigate to our soul purposes. So if you are in the midst of the pain and you think that you are missing it, feel the pain. Allow the pain to cleanse out what's not necessary in your life. I will always refer to the spirit all the time because the spirit doesn't feel pain because it's an immortal thing.
Yes, yeah.
You know, so our minds and our bodies, that's where pain manifests itself. Negative dominating thought patterns will make you be stuck in a situation for a long time until you learn the lesson. And that lesson, you might learn it through pain. And if you're not learning it, the lesson will come in a different angle.
Yeah.
Until the universe makes sure that you get it.
Yeah.
And you overcome.
Is it then the reason, Itesh, where some of us seem to relive the same, patterns of our lives?
Yes.
And I'll make a personal example about me, right? For the longest time when I was still in the corporate world, I promise you, I attracted the same team members. I attracted the same boss.
Yeah.
I attracted the same. It was almost as if I'm just going to, I don't know. You know, it's a new contract.
It's a repetitious cycle everywhere.
Exactly.
I get you.
Yeah.
Like I said in the beginning, it's firstly your environment, how you were raised, and all the conditionings that you grew up with. So that becomes your generational thought patterns that were given to you. So your energy, your aura, your vibration and frequency says that Tsiri is closed up.
Yeah.
Therefore, everywhere she goes, she will reflect and attract people that are closed up because of her energy.
What? Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So until you are aware of that cycle and you root it out and you come face to face with it, is it a limiting belief or is it an uplifting belief? If it's limiting you, therefore you need to work on it. Oh, okay, I attract the same boyfriends over and over again, just in different color, different body shape, different skin types, but their behaviors are the same. Maybe it's time for me to pause and relook at myself. Maybe this person is mirroring back the stuff that I haven't worked inside of myself.
Is it always the mirroring back of that which I have not worked on?
Mostly with the clients that I get, yes. Mostly when you ask them of the limiting beliefs that they have. oftentimes they start from abandonment issues, rejection issues, and your parents not being there for you the way you wanted me to be. Remember, they can be there, presently, physically, but not nourish you emotionally. So that's
Oh, you mean the parents, right?
The parents, yes. So that creates a discord.
Yeah.
So that discord will be now the energy that you carry forward in every relationship.
Oh, yes,
you
I get that.
into.
Yeah.
So there's a sense of voidness and an emptiness. So you would want the next person to feel that void and emptiness.
Wow.
Of which it's something that you need to do the work in feeling it.
Yeah.
No one will feel it for yourself.
Yeah. So here's what I in that midst of changing the contract and attracting the same thing, I promise you, I can tell you, there was a point where I could have written a script of this is how it's gonna end. This is where you're gonna have the first fight. This is where we're gonna have the first. You know, I it was that clear in my mind. And I was nah. This is not gonna work for me. So
it was a habit.
It became such a habit. But in me being aware of it, right, and wanting to do something about it.
I love the awareness part.
The awareness.
Yes.
There was this gap between the awareness and the actioning, right?
Yeah.
I know about something. You know, it's almost as if that bin that you need to take out, and you know that it's attracting the flies, but you're just thinking that I'll get to it.
Yeah.
And then what happens is you want to spray around the flies, but you know the cause, right? That gap for me is what I get in the work of when I work with a lot of people, right? I have the pleasure of facilitating personal mastery sessions and transformation session with a lot of people, and I know you do the same in the therapy work.
Yes.
And out of this session, if there is anything that would be impactful, I think, and I hope for the people that are going to find time to sit and listen to this, I feel like if we can get to the point of what happens in this gap, where there's an awareness and then there's action, but then there's this dreading of working on the outer surface and not the root cause. That's what makes us delay.
That's why healing, it's a process. It's not a one-day thing.
So I can't just go and say, got it, away, act.
Imagine if you've been conditioned for 20 years.
Yeah.
And now you want to, the next day after you have identified the root of the problem, you want it to completely go away. But this thing is it's now your muscle, your core muscle that you use to navigate through your life.
So when let's say I'm aware and I want to get to the action, right? And if I don't do it, I'll attract the same thing, go through the same pain or bigger pain, because what I understand or what I've seen in my life is that the universe will give you a chance to say, look into it.
Yes.
And then it will give you hello to you too. And it will give you an opportunity to reflect. And if you don't do it, then you get more pain or more bump, if I can call it that.
Yeah.
But if we were to give value or meaning to this conversation, once I'm aware, and I know that the conditioning has taken place or has happened in my life for that long, how do I say, okay, how do I pause and then start working on or going into that process?
Yeah. So firstly, you've identified the problem, right? And you are aware of the challenge that you are dealing with, right? Then thirdly, after you've identified and you are aware, now you start on unpacking and unlearning.
Okay.
Those limiting beliefs and conditions, right?
Unpacking and unlearning.
Unlearning, in a sense that how is this making me feel?
Yeah.
Where do I feel it emotionally? Where do I now, after the emotions, how is it affecting me physically? Because remember, pain does manifest also physically.
Yeah.
Right? Therefore,
I like that. Yes.
So if you've identified the emotional part of it, how does it make me feel?
Yeah.
And where does it hurt me? Then you point out in your body where you are tense, where you are uncomfortable, where there's a discomfort, which now you conclude and say there is pain. And this pain is in my chest. Right? So the chest is connected to your heart chakra. That's where you feel the need to love. And you receive the love and you take it back. You give it back. So you love yourself, therefore you can be able to love other people. So when the chest is painful, that means whatever that you are dealing with is connected to anything related to self-love.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to go back home. Home within yourself. Home in your space, in your heart, within you. Because the work is internal. Though it's going to manifest externally. But what's inside most of the time always comes out externally. So you unpack and you unlearn after identifying and rooting out what's the core problem, and you work through it.
And what I know or what I've seen is that, and I always refer to me.
Same here.
Because what I've seen is in the unpacking and the unlearning, just it gets to the point where I'm thinking, oh no, that's too hard. We are not gonna unlearn this anymore.
It's uncomfortable.
Because it's completely uncomfortable.
So imagine coming face to face with yourself and admitting and accepting to yourself that you are addicted to sex. You are addicted to food. You are overindulging on alcohol. And it's making you overexhausted. For you to focus at work and come in early. So you are sort of self-sabotaging yourself.
And I'd rather find someone else to blame instead of saying yes or no.
And don't we do that?
Oh no, we do that. The reason why I'm addicted to sex is because I was introduced to it when it was very early in my life. The reason why I drink alcohol is because it makes me relax. And my friends gave me. The reason why I can't leave the man who's abusive is because he's paying the bills. You know, all of that. And most of the time, when we have reasonings like that, I feel like is when we have not understood the core connection of us as spiritual beings having a human experience. Because all of the reasons are very external, right? It's about the bill. It's about, whatever.
You getting out there and doing things.
But not drawing internally. So what is the importance of drawing internally?
Well, like I refer this all the time, you're a spirit first. Before you are human. Then you're a mental being. You're also an emotional being. You are a societal being and a recreational being. So being aligned with yourself, with all these alignments that I'm talking about, it simply means that you are whole. You are one with the universe. You are one with your mind. You are one with your physical body. And you are also one with yourself. So the minute there is a discourse or dislocation or an imbalance of either one of this, now we say you are spiritually diseased. Right? And most spiritual diseases manifest in pain. It's growing pains. It's groaning pains. Right? You are given a task to come serve. It is called to transform and empower and inspire people. But Tidi hasn't worked on herself. Her wounds and scars will bleed on her clients.
What?
Because she hasn't worked on herself.
How does that bleed? How does that bleed on my clients?
It will, because you haven't worked. Remember, you have a calling.
But will it transpire? Will it transpire in me short-circuiting the clients, giving them the not?
It will compromise the client in a sense that what you are saying to me and what your energy is saying are two different things. So you are as powerful as you speak, but your energy is saying to me that you are exhausted and tired. And you want a break. Yet you want to give me hope. So why don't you go and replenish and rejuvenate and fill your cup? And once you are ready then come serve.
And then come serve.
Yes.
Yeah. And the other thing which is beautiful and which I had to learn very hard, like very hard. I needed a hug from the universe and all the angels. When I didn't think that being aware, doing the action and coming out of it will make me almost prepare for the next pain.
Yeah.
I was just like, I am done. Why must I go through the next pain?
Because it's work in progress, remember.
Yeah.
And for you to have the anointing in awakening other people's healing and transformation, you need to understand where they come from. You need to understand their pain.
Yeah.
So if you want to heal people, you have to learn through sickness.
Yeah.
How does it make them feel when somebody comes and says, I'm in pain?
Yeah.
You need to have the intelligence to relate to pain so that you are able to have the wisdom and the anointing to impart in this person because you've done the work.
Listen, I was not ready for that. Okay.
You've consecrated yourself.
I thought I'm special. I've done something good. Leave me alone.
But it's going to dry out, you know, because clients are different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you haven't been in prison or you haven't experienced somebody who is in prison close to home. And you get a client who's devastated and broken and is going through a lot through challenges of being in prison. What are you going to tell them?
Hey, what are you going to tell them?
Obviously, yes, the spirit will guide you because the spirit is intelligent.
Yeah.
It will give you the wisdom to unpack and help them. But you're going to be limited if you don't understand the pain.
Yeah. If you don't understand the pain.
Yeah.
Wow. So I remember the other day I was saying that I'm spiritually opened. Right? And in me being spiritually opened, do I close it? Seal it?
The question is, who opened you spiritually?
Yeah.
That person that opened or that being that opened is the one that has the power and the omnisciency to close it again because you don't open. The universe does.
The universe
or the person
does.
that has called you does.
Yeah.
They open you up in a sense that they're like, you want to serve Itesh? And I'm like, yes. Do you feel it in your spirit? I'm like, yes.
And you meditate over it.
Yes.
You're like,
and you
am
think
standing.
you've got everything together. And then like, here's the situation.
Yeah.
Go through it.
Yeah.
When you think you are done and the client is satisfied, comes a very complicated client.
Yeah.
And remember, your personal things are aside.
Yeah.
So there is no emotions in serving.
Yeah.
Everything that the flesh requires need to be subdued and put aside.
What?
So it's between you, your spirit, and your calling.
Yeah.
And what you are here to do.
And you know what you're saying is so important. I want to take it back to the corporate world, right? Because people in the corporate world, in government spaces anyway, they are called to serve.
Yes.
But what you're saying, right, that when you're called to serve, right? And remember, when we take the calling to serve differently.
Yes.
When you are meditating and praying for that position and say, I want this, and you get that position, and you forget to work on yourself.
Yeah, you forget to be compassionate.
And that opening that you've allowed. Because every new position that you take, you have opened yourself spiritually, emotionally, and it means there'll be different things that you will now have to deal with. And at that moment, you are in the leadership position. I don't care where it is. I don't care how much you're earning. And you're not looking after yourself.
We see it on a daily basis. Where leaders are being emotional instead of being rational. Where they are being immature. Instead of being mature about issues that are affecting humanity.
Sure.
They are comfortable as long as they eat. And they sleep. They forgot the essence of serving. emotions are put aside when God has called you to serve in a position. Remember, you are responsible for the growth of his people. Right?
Oh, no, say that again. You are
responsible for the growth of his people and the advancement of his humanity.
Okay,
and
if you don't say anything else after this, we're done. Bye, Itesh.
And he's imparted wisdom inside of you.
Yeah.
And trusted you to serve. But now you have conformed to the very same world that you're trying to awaken. You speak like it. You move like it. You consume the things that it's doing, and yet again you want to say that you'll advance its people.
And we cannot... I get it. And when you are like that, obviously we will not see the value of the pain, right?
Yeah.
Because you walk like it, right?
Yes.
You smell like it, you dream like it.
Yeah.
And so you're not serving whatever the call of serving is, right? Because we're all here to serve, right?
Yeah.
And so when something happens, instead of us being aware, unlearning and creating or acting, we miss that and we never see the value of pain, and that is why we always do the same thing all over
and over again.
Hey, wow.
So and also it makes you lead with familiar spirits.
You lead what?
You are familiar with the environment.
Yeah.
You are familiar with the system.
Yeah.
You are familiar with how the people are gonna react.
Yeah.
Therefore, you temper. On the familiarity of English, of the spirit, of the people, or their energy. When they are vulnerable, you know how they're gonna speak and scream.
And
so you've already prepared yourself to close your ears, not to listen to them and have compassion for them. And you forgot that you are just a mere servant, given a mandate to awaken his people.
I have learned something. You lead with familiar spirits.
Yeah.
And therefore that closes you up for compassion.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm done.
And we make that mistake.
We make that mistake
a lot.
Yeah.
So the minute money goes into your head, the minute
instead
fame,
of enabling,
the minute fame goes into your head,
instead of using it to influence,
your compassion is out of the window. You have missed the mark. Then pain will come and remind you, hey, you still for us, and you're not listening. We're gonna take this away. Let's give you diabetes, as a minister. Or let's give you a heart problem as a minister. So that you can go back to the creator and start again co-creating with him.
But then that becomes even a bigger challenge, Itesh, if I then get given the diabetes or the heart problem or whatever, and I'm still not realizing that this is an alignment.
Trust me, you will.
Is it?
Trust me, you will. Remember, it's forcing you to go back and check what you are doing, what you are eating. I talked about consumption. What are you consuming? So it's forcing you to go self-reflect and ask necessary questions.
And consuming, including the conversation that you're consuming and the literature or whatever it is that you...
Everything that doesn't serve, that doesn't allow you to serve the other person. So it'll take you back home.
It will take you back home.
So it's different for like different people. It could be an accident, a wake-up call. That's pain.
Wow.
It could be a divorce. That's pain. But there's value in it.
There's the value
because
in
after the divorce, it will force you to what did I do wrong? I thought I'm okay. I thought I'm treating this person right. So you go back to the center.
Wow.
You go back to yourself. And you start asking for forgiveness. And you start asking.
And you ask for forgiveness for who? To who? Yourself, right?
And your creator. And the people that you've probably wronged.
Wow.
So pain is a valuable lesson. There is always value in every valley that we go through.
There's value in every vale. So listen, you powerful one. How do you constantly make sure that you are aligned to yourself as Itesh?
Sure. Wow. I have a spiritual code of conduct. So I wake up in the morning and I'm aware.
Yeah.
I start being grateful. You know, immediately when I wake up, I just sit on my bed. I'm like, divine creator of all things, I'm grateful. You keep on waking me up. This thing keeps on waking me up every day. I don't know what it is. I don't even know how to define it, whatever energy, whatever mystery, but I'm here.
Yeah.
And therefore I give thanks for life. I also give thanks for like the body movement that I have. So I pray. And then I have an intimate relationship with my creator. Then I meditate. Okay. So I go into silence.
Yes.
And listen to what my mind is saying.
Yeah.
To what my body is saying.
Yeah.
To what the external world is saying. And I will choose whether to listen to it or not. And then from then I will give thanks and start my work. And then when I go intentionally on my pages or social media, I mindfully go there not to create harm. So if you could see, I don't share anything negative. I pray about it.
Okay.
And I set intentions for it.
Yeah.
But you will never find any negative thing on my page because that's the vibration that I don't want.
That you don't want to tap into.
Yeah, so I'm intentional about my journey.
Okay.
That's why I constantly keep aligning myself. Also, I love nature so much.
Yeah.
So I go to retreats. I go cleanse myself whenever I need to. I connect with the ocean.
Yes.
Connect with just the beauty of nature. The sun, the moon, the stars. I mean, God is just powerful.
And is everywhere in everything. Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what are your hopes for yourself and in your serving?
Wow. My hopes are, I just pray and wish that whatever that we're going through as a country and in the world can take us back to our roots and to our basics, which is unconditional love. To love humanity as we love ourselves. To listen more rather than giving advice when it's not even asked.
Yeah, just jump in with the advice.
You know, and have compassion.
Have compassion.
You know, most of our hearts are polluted. You know, yes, our hearts are polluted. There's a lot of things that are going into. So every day when I pray, I'm like, dear God, if you really are listening, can there be love?
And he is listening, or she is
when
listening.
I go out, can I be kind to people? Can I smile to them? Can I make someone's day? Even if I don't know them, I do that. And I'm random. Like, can I buy you coffee?
Wow.
You know, it's more love, more healing. Let's work on ourselves.
Let's work on ourselves. Yeah.
Let's fix ourselves.
And by fixing us, we will keep on seeing the meaning and the value of pain. Because I believe that if I see the value of pain, I will not have the need to retaliate on that pain. And in my life, I've lived in the world where I just wanted to retaliate on pain. Oh, you caused me pain, I'll show you.
Yeah,
you caused me pain, I'll show you. But because I was not seeing the value, I was seeing it as an attack.
Yes.
But now that I understand that there is value and that, you know, it has helped me to just be open, as scary as it is. But see the value and allow myself to be open.
So where there's a negative, there's a positive.
Yeah.
There's wounds and scars, there's also healing.
But when you're wounded, you don't see that it could. When the wound is that deep, you don't think that it will close, right?
True. But they do close. I mean, I've healed from things that I've never thought I could heal from.
Yeah.
But hey, we're here. But I did the work. I didn't run away. Even I love challenges. So I challenge myself. I'm like, they said your body should be like this. I'm going to yoga.
Let's see what it does.
And it's commitment. I mean, waking up in the morning when people are sleeping and you go and move your body. Just to ground and center yourself. Yes.
Wow. You and I can talk until the stars
like
are
forever.
here and moon and, you know. And thank you for being here and just sharing your wisdom as always.
Thank you.
I have really learned a lot. And I know that the people who will be with us on this beautiful podcast series of the Imperative Magazine with me, Tsidiwa Rapila, will just enjoy this and enjoy your voice. I mean, you've really been a great partner to this journey. And we know we'll see you soon.
But it's because you are allowing.
Okay.
It's power of collaboration.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't have to sit together in one office.
Yeah.
But if you're doing the work on the other side and
Yeah.
somebody's doing the work on the other side,
Yeah.
it's a cause and effect to the universe.
Wow.
So we are both healing the world.
Yeah.
And other people that are doing similar things that
Yeah.
we're doing. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. And how do we find you?
Okay, on Facebook, it's Narayana Institute of Holistic Healing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that again, Narayana Institute of Holistic Healing.
Okay.
That's where you'll find me. That's where I teach about everything.
Yeah.
Spirit, mind, relationships, marriages, sex, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's Authentic Soul Conversations with Itesh on YouTube.
Okay.
And on Instagram, it's at Itesh Hoffman. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we will leave the details obviously on this podcast so that if I miss the spelling or something, people can get it and then connect with you. We wish you well.
Thank
and
you so much.
More light.
Love and light to
more
you.
rain.
And the team.
Yeah.
More blessings, more open doors.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And to everyone, this has been a beautiful podcast of the Imperative Magazine with me, Tsidiwa Rapila. And I will see you soon. Cheers.